I am so thankful and immensely happy for you stopping by to watch this video, and may the infinite affluence name my God make sure that it is been a worthy investment of your time share and mind share. Today I'm going to tell something realistic expectations about uh, a principle which I call as excellence in, excellence out, and it can be correlated to n number of other things like profit in, profit out. I derived this principle from a very famous, immensely popular. This I've rephrased it actually on a positive note from an immensely popular computer coding principle. It's a jargon which I learned at my undergraduate while doing computing uh, in 1999 era, and this principle is called GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. It's a very famous principle in computer coding business. Now, I had this is like a negative way of basically quoting it. Uh, in when it comes to personal motivations and it comes to delivering result, you want quality things. I had rephrased it in a positive way: excellence in, excellence out, profit in, profit out, investment in, cash flows out, and probably something it is on a very positive, something like that. How it affects our personal life is pretty simple. Our subconscious mind basically have a pattern, and they only understand words in a present sense. So as soon as you say garbage in, garbage out, garbage in, garbage out, it is just basically subconscious mind using the laws of attraction, which was quite famous from the book Secret. So they try to attract garbage in, garbage out, and I was very firm believer of this, but because I used to focus on this negative thought, garbage in, garbage out, and my entire life I used to attract many negativity and pathetic people, pathetic kind of clients, pathetic lifestyle. And I eventually recognized some point of time that some interesting conversation happened, and it was related to business and coding kind of thing. When I was making a site for my personal friend, and he said, I do not want garbage in, garbage out, because he was also a coder kind of thing, and he said, I want excellence in, excellence out, and that clicked me at that point of time. And since then, it has been about 2 years now, and the subconscious mind is clicking on excellence in, excellence out. And since this thought have been so intensely in my subconscious of excellence in, excellence out, it is now shaping me in a totally different vibrational note from deep within. Now it's 1.5 to 2 years now, and one by one it's scanning all the negative area and building a totally different note. How it has profited me in last 2 years, since the time I have adopted in, excellence out, excellence in, excellence out, I have been a gradual shift from the pathetic paymaster clients who was irritating experience to deal with, but I had to, because I had to pay the bills too. So I have moved gradually, taken hard decisions or whatever chain of incidents happen, and over a span of 2 years, now I get quality clients, I got quality buyers, I got quality money, a lot more money. In fact, today, uh, whatever be the conditions, the my I invested 10 years of my life in building a big LinkedIn community of 20,000. So today I'm a um, and now it is a very wonderful feeling that I had. Uh, but now I look for only quality people and quality assignments, and I choose both my clients and uh, things that, things that really profits me on a mutually profitable note. Now there is a difference what you can incorporate in both in your life. It is personal life. How you can incorporate in business is pretty simple. Try to cut down all the negative things. 80/20 principle, I'm just trying to how to implement it. The kind of negative patterns, the negative influence, or or the unwanted procedures and policies that you have, which leads to more irritation and satisfactory thing. And it's just like, and right from day one, try to do excellent thing as much as possible. No, of course I do understand quality doesn't come free. It costs to have quality, because now I've become a purely value for money buyer and value for money payer, and at the same time I want value for money kind of clients. But then there are a lot of things. As soon as you decide on your way to become excellent and excellent thing, you start conditioning your mind of not just doing right things. Right thing is a vague area, and right thing have an spectrum, range. Okay, this is my range for right thing, right from here to here. So you actually start vibrating on the understanding that I need to put in excellent input, and I need to guard myself at the same time assertively from the negative or mediocre input. And it affects all areas of your life. You have to start somewhere, and gradually over a span of 2 3 years, 5 years, you will start seeing a very significantly big. Initial 6 to 10 months would be quite a lot of getting out of the comfort zone. Your people have, like, say, your wife, your kids, your dogs have adopted according to your kind of lifestyle, and it will be a lot of problematic. But gradually you will start seeing a lot of positivity around you. You will start seeing you are getting far more quality things, and that you want, that it is coming out of the way from sky, because you are there is excellence is an immense feeling. You are becoming excellent on not just one or two thing, or not just from business point of view, or not just from a work point of view, or financial conditions point of view. You are really becoming excellent in almost most of all spheres of your life. And it is just an immense feeling that, okay, let me try to be as much as possible, if not anything, how much maximum I can be. And there's an immense commitment to your own self. No one watches you in dark, no one watches you what in mind you are. The only idea is to get out of the mediocrity. And the way you can get out of the mediocrity is when you have a deep determination of the willingness to only let quality excellent, as much as excellent people coming in, excellent influence coming in, the willingness to stop the mediocre people, or let them stop them to talk. And no, it's my personal life, no, it's my profession. You mind your business, I will mind my business. And you start in your own personal work, your own personal life, you start working excellently. I had during my school life and college life a very pathetic handwriting. Now that is a very common thing, because at my school area arena of 1990s were an arena when we have to write a lot of stuff, and there was a handwriting practices, and we were beaten, and that was an era across India in that point of time. But uh, over the span of 20 years, I had at occasional been good enough to read some books on handwriting analysis, though I do not remember anything. It was just a very book to understand, okay, this is a science that exists. But then I observed today, I'm observe a friend of mine who is now in McKinsey, who have done his masters from Kellogg's, and he have gone from the same middle class, though higher middle class level, to have climbed his way to now in McKinsey, US, as a big gun. As now, he's his partner, is my schoolmate. I found that from very early schoolmate time, his writing was excellent. His handwriting was excellent. It was like, in the schoolmate, the teachers always used to say, "What kind of writing you are writing? See, this guy, he's writing so wonderful handwriting." And it was a kind of envious kind of thing, and there was an internal competition, jealousy kind of thing approaching it. But over the span, I found, which was today I'm correlating the span of 20 years after school, I have seen him evolving as a different person. And I found that uh, he's not just excellent in handwriting, he's almost putting in 111% in trying to be as much excellent in any and everything that he is there. And he's not just investing all the investment, he's also stopping. There were many incidents of my personal life and professional life where I have seen him working in action. It was probably 5 years after the school, so probably somewhere around 99 we passed the school, so it was somewhere around 2002 2005 and 2010 in alumnis and things, when I had seen him discussing and things like working out. And I've seen the way he works was pretty simple. He doesn't let any mediocrity come inside. Now, understand, he's stopping, he's assertive about things. He doesn't let mediocre people or mediocre thinking coming in. And mediocre is not flamboyance. Excellence is not flamboyance. Excellence is what deep inside you believe in doing it. Uh, the most people perceive excellence is, you're buying a flashy car, you're buying a uh, I mean MacBook Pro, or MacBook, MacBook Air, and it looks excellent kind of thing. It isn't about looking excellence. When you used to now what I have understood, like now I'm very excellent oriented, value for money. I have understood that I'm more near to myself. uh, I'm, I'm I have more satisfying relationship, and I'm become more assertive, at times rude, in saying no, and very effective and productive in defending myself from the negative or mediocre influence, or mediocre people, or a mediocre product coming in. And at the same time, I'm been a more value for money person. I I have stopped the pursuit of quantity. I have started pursuit of what deep inside I really want, and put in a value for money, qualitative, in my budget range or flexible range, in my quality kind of player. And the back end of entire thing is, there has been a gradual shift in psychology from about 2 years span, where I have become an excellence in, excellence out kind of person. And I really have stopped people of mediocrity or the mediocre thinking to even come or encroach me. And in last 2 years, I've also found that my core inner circle of true friends, though everyone is friend, but the one whom I'm deeply engaged in, and all the WhatsApp game and Facebook, and we are chatting and all the time, are the ones who are now the one who had the mediocre attitude, or what in India is called as chalta hai, hota hai ji. They have gradually had a distance, though we all are in positive both. And the one who had been excellence oriented attitude, like the guy who was in McKinsey, though he's very busy nowadays, but then a lot of other friends who have been my schoolmates, and they had their excellence attitude kind of thing, we have become more closer. And this gradual shift have, all of the us are on positive books, but the comparative level we have, and that is a very intuitive and very close feeling, because we really like to chat more, we like to respond more to each other, we echo our thinking echoes each other on different issues. So it is, and this have not happened instantly, it have happened 2 years down the line. So if you are trying to incorporate this excellence in, excellence out, in out of your personal, whether it's personal life or in business or your factories or plant, you want your management team or your sales team to have the excellence in, excellence out, your production staff to excellence in, excellence out, pretty simple. Understand, it's not going to happen immediately. First and foremost, simple, it will take time. The start will be slow. When you are going to actually implement it, it was like when I started implementing the excellence in, excellence out, a lot of my friends and family influence, and my mother and my cousins and my girlfriends were pretty on a negative note. What happened to you all of a sudden? No, I want this only. No, and it will be this time. I was perceived as a sunky person, which I am, honestly. And I believe every genius is considered to be crazy, which I also think I am. So, over a span, it is. There was some gradual shifts. There was lots of resistance coming, but I stood with it. If you have lots of resistance, start small. So if you are not the owner of the company, or you are not the big senior level managers who is listen, who's not who's not barking enough, who have sufficient influence that is really sincerely followed, then you start small on some things which is so easily manageable that the employees are very happily ready to do it. So can be as simple as, mm, okay, like I started, how to explain, start something which is very easy, and probably 5-10 things, and then gradually over the span of, or 2-3 weeks, when you start seeing that employees are following systematically, take it to the second next small hook, and then third small hook, and over the span of 3-6 months, you gradually, then when once the people are on the tone, okay, there is a gradual shift, then you will start doing it. Any kind of change from mediocrity to excellence demands you to get out of comfort zone. It is not going to be very easy. It might be initially very tempting, just like you you pay the fees to go to the gym, and after 15 days you're back to the old time. But the right way of really making a significant excellent change is to go slow, go small, and start small, and gradually it's like 1% improvement every day, and without any pressure unto possible, compete with yourself, and gradually deep strong commitment and consistency. These are few things that I have learned. And the back end, whether you have the commitment or consistency, will not be so much effective with up till time. Deep inside in the subconscious mind, you say, no, I'm committed to have an excellent life. I really love excellence coming in, and I'm ready to put in excellence input, and I want an excellence output of it. Now the relative level of will differ. It will differ. A lot of things is, there's so much of organization politics. I do want, but my bosses and then absolutely okay. Absolutely. In your personal life, you can. In your personal life, you can. In your personal sphere, you can. Like the same McKinsey friend that I used to tell him in the school time when we were students, he used to sit two benches back to me, and I found he was not just his homeworks and everything was on time. I found that he was very very well organized, not meticulously, but he was pretty well organized. His his As soon as the the period or this period is over of in the school, he immediately used to take the close his copies and notes and take out the another periods next period's books and copies. His homework was done on time. He was pretty alert and proactive, and this was pretty thing because no, I want it. I loved it. And he had been groomed up, maybe his parents have groomed up with an excellence mindset, and we are somewhere in between. We have been groomed up. Middle class, unfortunately, is the one who have been groomed up with lot of mixed emotions and mixed thinking. We want this, but we do not want it, and a lot of subconscious blocks, which is called as. But you have to gradually take control of your own life. Excellence costs in terms of mind share and time share. It doesn't cost a lot in terms of money. Trust me, it doesn't cost a lot of in terms of money. I only afford a comfortable lifestyle. I do not have that brilliant of Mercedes or things like that. But then excellence costs a lot of commitment and consistency. It will not happen overnight. It will take gradual shift. You start small on things which is easy for you to manage. Thank you and my best wishes.